Examine the trash can. Looks like it hasn't been emptied for a while. There are lots of discarded medication pots in there, among other gross stuff. Well, remember, we are an adventurer, which often means we have to go looking through the garbage. I'll take one of these medication pots. So it's one of those little plastic or paper cups that you hold pills in, I guess. There's a notice there, but again, the text is just about small enough that I can't actually read it here. But anyway, we'll have Susan read it for us. Please stop writing these messages on the mirror. While we are currently experiencing difficulties maintaining high level of cleanliness due to the sudden absence of our cleaning staff, we ask all patients to be considerate and help us keep the ward tidy. That's kind of strange. A sudden disappearance of their cleaning staff. Huh. So we have the water here. We can ring the bell for assistance, so that will probably call one of the nurses. We have a mirror. I can't look at myself. The mirror is cracked. A large shard of glass is lying on the side. Alright, we'll take it. If they find it on me, they'll think I'm a complete psycho. But it might be useful too. I'll risk it. That is forever the mantra of the adventure hero. This might come in handy later. It's rather filthy toilet. I'm not particularly surprised. We can open it up there. I think she can use the toilet, but there's really no purpose to it, so why do it here on screen? But there is something that we can do in here, which is, remember they were saying stop writing on the mirror. And if there's fingerprints on a mirror, you may recall from times where it's happened to perhaps even yourself, if there's a lot of steam in the air, then that steam will cling to the mirror surface slightly differently than it'll cling to the fingerprints. And so you can actually see where people have touched the mirror before. So let's see if we can make that happen here. Of course, we don't want cold water because we want steam, so we'll run the hot water. Basically give this about a few seconds here. You can see the steam coming up out of the sink. There it is. So E-I-L. Now that doesn't really sound like a name, but it may be part of a name. E-I-L. So we'll keep that in mind for later. The other thing we can do, of course, is we have a bunch of gloves. This was one of the things that I found out just by, doing what you often do with adventures, which is just try every item on everything and see what works. But the idea is that we need to get the nurse away from her desk so that we can look at the other documents. And to do that, we need to call her over here, and to keep her here for at least a little while, there needs to be some kind of problem that she needs to fix. So we're going to basically plug up the toilet with these gloves. So we do that, put the gloves in, and then flush. Now the toilet's overflowed, ring the bell.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. Ah, it's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Alright. So now, let's see what we can get off that desk. Yes, this is exactly what I need to finally go home. Take any of the folders? I don't really need any of these. I think I'd rather read a magazine. Okay, so we do have the discharge letter. Now, if you take this to the guards, they'll accept the letter, but then they'll want to verify that you are who you say you are by checking, of course, your wristband. So this is not enough for us to leave. We need to exchange wristbands with our friend Ann Burton over here. And again, she's only going to cooperate with us if we know her mother's name. Now, it's not apparent what you need to do at this point, and in fact I was stuck here for a little while. But basically what you need to do is is get drugged up, believe it or not. So need to remember exactly how to do that.
It wasn't you who did it, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone just stuck a bunch of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's sorted now. I just hope it's the last time I've put my hands in that stinking toilet.
Now, I think what I need to do to get drugged is I go back in the bathroom and I need to ring the alarm again. Let's see.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
Yes, I believe this is how we do it.
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Let's see. I think we'll just keep it honest for now.
Susan Ashworth, 24th of May, 1970.
I'm just going to check your name band now to confirm that. That's fine. That's fine. I'd like you to drink this liquid, please. It will help you relax. It will help you relax.
Why we suddenly get all the double dialogue there?
That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Now, of course, you can refuse the drugs, and then, of course, they'll force it into you.
Now,
with
go
the
back to your
guards.
room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Ah, okay. So you can see that she's kind of like Ann Burton now. She's kind of, wandering or moving back and forth there. Her walk is pretty unsteady. And something is different now, you can see. There's no sink. We now have 2 additional mirrors that have the rest of the letters that we need. When you put the EIL in the middle, it's Sheila. So that's the name that we want. And let's see if we go back this way. Everything is really different now. Side room 1. Hopefully not much longer. Okay, so no different description here, although we can see that the door is now off its hinges. That looks very weird. Almost like a heart with spider legs on it. We have a narcotic heart. That's what it's called. So hard to concentrate. Is this thing filled with drugs? Now, you'll figure this out later on, so you can come back here, of course, by taking your medication again. But I'm just going to go ahead and save a little time by doing this immediately. We need to use the glass shard on the heart. See, that spurts out what's called a narcotic. Red liquid is gushing out. And now we use the medication pot to fill it up. Can't go that way. So I believe at this point, the only thing we can do is head back to our room. Okay, we'll enter here. There's that same background that Susan saw as she was waking up from either hallucination or the realm of the dead last time. You can also see that there's a motif of machinery around, which is also similar to the previous chapter. So we'll go ahead and lie down. Although she ends up collapsing the wrong way onto the bed. Must have been really powerful.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
So examine this. What is it exactly? And how did I get it? It's all a bit blurry. I can't really remember much. And so here we come to our first indication that we could point to say that what she's experiencing are not actually hallucinations, because she actually has this drug with her now. So something potentially supernatural is happening. That seems pretty clear at this point. So now we can talk to our friend Anne here.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
And here now they only give you the one option, which is of course the correct one.
Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart. Do you know how to get out of here?
We're not supposed to get out. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favourite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see.
So it looks like they've replaced one addiction for another here. It's kind of sad.
What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it, I drink it down, and my pain goes away. Without it, I just feel so angry. It's like I'm going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. It's where the nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
So that's of course, your clue as to what to do in the other world, or on the other side of the mirror, as she says.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yes, it's all fine. It's just hard to wait, you know? They said I can have it. You know, yeah? So I wait here. Don't want to miss it. That nurse promised it to me. The one with the red glasses. But I think it's been 3 hours already. Why are they late? Do you think something happened? Do you think she changed her mind? Because I swear if she did, I will hurt myself again. I swear to God, I will hurt myself again.
I'm sure they'll be here in a minute. They're probably just very busy, that's all. Feel like sharing? What's your name?
There is nothing to share. Everyone died. Everyone. And my treat, my red stuff, it's not the same. I keep lying to myself. I'm a mean little liar. Always have been. This vein, you see, it goes straight to my heart. That's why it hurts so much. I wish I could, just one more time. But it's all lost now. Everything. I was always happy to settle for a consolation prize, you know?
Okay, so here we can see if we can swap bands around. Maybe this can allow us to get out of the hospital.
How about we swap our name bands?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. But that would be like a favour to you, yeah?
Well, technically you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return though. I'm not that stupid. I know you'll use it to get out of here.
Oh, I never said you're stupid. I just really want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. What do you say?
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes. Go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor woman.
Alright, so we actually do have it this time. First time I did this, of course, I had to go back and get it. So we'll give this to her.
I've found the thing you asked me for. But are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they... You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
And off she goes to get her new high. But now we should be able to make our way out. Let's check our new armband here. And Jennifer Burton, 15/11/1975.
Sorry, Ma'am, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go now?
Of course. Thank you, Ma'am. We'll see you soon.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
So we now have in a new corridor, we have a storage room. But it's locked. Bulletin board. And have employees only door. Door to some office. Also locked. Bunch of paintings. Strange paintings. It's like a storeroom and a parking lot.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps I am?
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air. Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Now I'd like to ask you some questions about your life, Susan. You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine. Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Well, I'm pretty sure that she was living by herself. And she says she doesn't like the company of people, so this seems like the most appropriate answer.
I live on my own, and it suits me just fine. I don't need anyone. People mostly bore me. Sometimes they annoy me or upset me. I'm happy with how things are at the moment. I have my little bit of space, and it's my own. It's private. I'd like to keep it that way.
What do you do for a living?
Well, again, honestly, we don't know.
I'm a waitress. I work in a cafe.
You do? Do you like it?
It's okay. I don't mind it. It's just a job.
It's important to keep busy. I'd advise you get back to work as soon as next week.
I will.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one just because of something that happens later.
I drink strong coffee and smoke on the balcony. I know it's not a great start for the day, but it's one of my little pleasures in life that I find very hard to say no to.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
Not really. I don't feel that safe at all. How can you feel safe these days anyway? You can be living next door to a murderer who'll blow your head off for a bit of fun. Local kids have set an old man on fire the other day. They filmed him as he burned to his death. I knew this woman. She slipped on a wet bathroom floor, cracked her head open, and broke a leg. She lied there bleeding for 2 days, unable to move. By the time they found her, it was already too late.
Susan, taking risks is a part of life. What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on.
There's always a reason to live. Sometimes we just don't see it that clearly.
Well, Doctor, I must have gone all blind then, because I can't see any.
Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
No, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Especially the group therapy thing. I'd hate it.
You should at least give it a go first, and then decide. If you don't like it, we can think of something else, yeah?
If you insist. But I doubt it'll help.
Do you have problems sleeping?
Every night. I take pills for that. There aren't any left now, though.
In the light of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead. Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
I feel fine now. I feel like I want to change my life for the better. Not really sure how yet, but I really want to try.
Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Yes, sometimes.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
Only sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
Well, I used to think about it sometimes. Don't you think about it when you're really down?
Susan, I'm a psychiatrist. My job is to talk people out of it. Would you ask a fireman if he ever thinks about setting fire to his house?
I suppose not. But I'm sure lots of people have times when they do think about it.
I couldn't say, Susan. The statistics show that men are 3 times more likely than women to commit suicide. That puts you in the minority. But of course, that's missing the point. Suicide is never the solution. There's always a way of solving whatever problem you might have.
I realize that now.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
I think I'll go with this one.
Nothing was making me happy anymore. There wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I tried. I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete, needless. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes, when I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
Go with this one, I think.
Music. I play the piano when I'm feeling down. It's also a signal for the local cats that the food's there, ready for them. That's when they come over, when they hear the piano.
What makes you feel worse?
Again, I'm just trying to find some options that I haven't chosen before.
Noise. Too much noise really upsets me. I can hear everything through the thin walls of my flat. I have this neighbor. He often parties late into the night. It drives me crazy.
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
I wonder if these are the questions that psychiatrists actually ask suicide patients.
Probably nobody would come anyway. Can you imagine it? Now that's a sad picture. Loved by no one. Missed only by some cats. No tears shed for me. No flowers on my grave. But that's okay. I never liked flowers. I wouldn't miss that.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
And you can see every single option is an evasion. So he's really getting close to a hot spot here.
There's nothing to talk about.
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But...
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
So this is kind of a neat little visual trick here. Now, Susan is recalling the story, and so we literally have a little bubble here where we can interact. So the game is being played in this little
I went after her.
dream bubble.
The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here. The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute. Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
Are the doors still locked? Yes, they are. Okay, just checking. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Accident and emergency area.
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
Okay, Liz.
Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
Alright, so we're going down this way. Alright. Anything else around here? Man, this place looks disused.